energy is the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, this indicates a tie to an earth sign person. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn, and it may be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. If not, it may indicate some kind of news, especially news that ties to your business plans or physical matters, something tangible, health, money. Could be a job offer or, news that ties to on-the-job training. Maybe you're new in your position. It could be, some kind of new project that you're working on, because today indicates a small opportunity for gain, an opportunity to make some money, or you're looking at the condition of something, goods or property. So for some of you, today is all about information. Maybe you're following instructions, following directions. Others of you, this may tie to a young person or being open-minded. Maybe this is about students or learning something or learning the value of something, someone willing to learn or to work hard or to put effort. So you may be researching matters today or involved in some kind of deal where you're wheeling and dealing, or maybe you're involved in commerce or collecting something, or perhaps a medical situation is important, or your domestic affairs. This is all about, again, that small opportunity for gain. And maybe you have found something, the seed that would lead to security, and maybe other people are passing it over. Maybe they don't see it, or maybe they feel it's just too much work and you're willing to invest. So right now, some small leads may lead to big gains in the future. Some of you, this is about information that comes as a form of a message. Maybe you hear about a pregnancy, or maybe you're hearing about your children or from your children. Maybe it's about your grandchildren. In the positive, this is a day where things stabilize. Matters are falling into place. And you're focused on the future and what you're doing now that has an impact on it. Maybe you're deciding that you want to grow your family or establish a business, and you're, weighing the pros and cons of a situation, trying to look at what is an advantage or a disadvantage, or what you need to do now, or the steps that you need to take. So some of you, maybe you're networking with others. Maybe you're taking a small business trip and it brings the potential for new contacts. You're reaching out to expand what you've built, something that could boost your professional future. It may be an interest that you're trying to grow, a hobby, entertainment, something that now is moving into more, to serve a more practical purpose for you. Maybe what you've been doing on the side is growing and it turns into a full-time job for you. But today there is some kind of turning point, whether that is emotionally or socially or financially. It could mean that because you're extending yourself in some way, making yourself more available, more opportunities open up. Maybe you're getting out and participating in community events, connecting with neighbors, or doing something with work, or maybe even a place of worship that stimulates your social life. So some of you, it's the birth of new ideas, new opportunities that come about through a number of small opportunities. And some of it is because of your willingness to compromise. As we get back to that Temperance card, looking at where you've been restricted or where you may have obligations, maybe, you want the stability to plan a more permanent future with somebody. So you're looking at, the goalpost and what you need to do to get there. So for some of you, this is about building something, but for others of you, this is about some self-doubt. And that self-doubt leads to more problems, greater gullibility, and the possibility of going down the wrong road. Maybe you're getting paranoid about a situation, or becoming obsessive or irrational or secretive. And it may be that some of your behavior is driven by some kind of miscalculation that you made. It could be something small that has progressed into something big, a small financial mistake or an emotional miscalculation that has turned into a major inconvenience for you on some level, or a disagreement. Maybe you've been working hard and you feel restricted by that devil card of yesterday or the day before, where, it's a challenge for you to advance. You're trying to take the small steps, but even the small advantage seems to be out of reach. You just can't get a break, whether it's at work or at home. And for some of you, you're looking at your relationship, the burdens, the obligations, or the restrictions within it, or how it may feel oppressive, and maybe you were considering a child, but maybe you're giving it a second thought. So you really have to look at intention. What you do now has an impact on the future. And so if you're not building your family based on the right reasons, this may not be a good time to do that. Others of you, there's an interest or a concern about a young person. It could be their health, whether that's physical or emotional. It could be family life or their social development, their personal behavior. You may have concerns about their future, their choices, the choice of company, the decisions that they make. And in relationship, you may be looking outside of the primary relationship for satisfaction. Maybe you're looking for greener pastures. You think that out there is better than where you are. And perhaps that's true, but in a lot of cases, it may not be. What you think it will be delivered by that promise is just, it looks more promising than it actually is. So today is a day about making plans, planting the seeds. Small things lead to bigger things, whether they're positive or negative. If your ambitions are not really justified, or perhaps you're dealing with people who are wasting opportunity, or they only possess superficial knowledge, or someone is falling prey to the obsessive part of the devil and they're overly fond of luxury, or they're unrealistic, or perhaps you're dealing with people who are not really grateful. So it just depends, but this is a small seed meant to tie to emotional and financial security.